The brokerage that allows you to trade without commissions and gives you free stocks is back with an all-new update, Webull 7.0, and I want to share with you everything you need to know with this important update. Now, what's cool is I've been actually testing out this new 7.0 Webull platform for the last couple of months, and I gotta say, it's a much needed and a lot better platform update. A little easier to use and much more efficient. So today what I want to do is I'm going to transfer money into Webull, and I'm going to show you how that process works. We're going to dig into researching a stock, and I'm going to purchase a stock live here on video. I'll also show you how to sell a stock as well as how to transfer money out of the Webull platform with Webull 7.0. I'm pulling up my iPhone screen so you can check it out along the way. But I gotta say that I don't do reviews on investment apps that I don't personally use because I think that's cheating. This is not a sponsored video. Webull did not come out and say, hey, we want you to do this video and we'll pay you money to do it. That is not the case in this particular video. Now, of course, I do have a link below that if you do get your free stocks, it does reward me with free stocks as well. So just be aware of that, but hopefully this video is helpful for you. I just wanna make something because when I first started out with Webull, I was completely confused. And that was quite a while ago now. But all of the graphs, all of the details, and I'm like, okay, for beginners, how the heck do you actually use this? Well, of course, if you looked at my beginner's guide, it's going to look a lot different now because they just updated their platform. So that's why I want to come to you today with this important update. So here we are on the main screen. You can see down below here, things don't look all that different. You have the watch list, you have the markets, you have your portfolio, which is indicated by that little bull thing in the center that is like lighting up. And you can see my portfolio balance currently sits at $15,208 here in Webull. You have the community tab where you can learn from others, you can talk, you can do all that kind of good stuff. And then you have your messages that you can look at when it comes down to Webull. So I'm gonna start off by what I told you I was gonna do. And that is transfer money in to Webull. So I'm gonna go to the center here where that little Webull guy is. Click on that, and then we're back here to my current portfolio. What I want to do is right at the very top now, you'll see the fourth option in, it says transfers. Click on that, and then you can see all of the different options. You can deposit, you can withdraw, you can transfer stocks into Webull, you can transfer stocks out of Webull. Keep in mind that if you do transfer stocks in or out of Webull into or from another brokerage account, sometimes those brokerage accounts can charge you for that transfer. So just something to keep in mind so you don't get bogged down with additional fees. But the best part is depositing and withdrawing is free as long as you link up your bank account and choose ACH, withdraw or deposit. The reason you want to do that is because ACH, withdraw and deposit is free. You don't want to pay unnecessary fees. I hate fees, so should you. So I'm going to hit deposit right here at the top, and then you can see my bank account is already linked up. And as you can see down here, it's asking me how much money do I want to transfer in. Daily maximum is $50,000. If anybody wants to transfer that into my bank account, please let me know. Anyway, so I'm going to only do for the purpose of this is $20. Now, of course, you can see right down below, it says deposit by wire. I'm not clicking on that because I'm not going to deal with the fee. So there we go, $20. I'm going to hit transfer to Webull. It's going to pop up with a confirmation screen. Let me know my deposit amount, the bank account that it's coming out of, the estimated arrival time. Now, of course, they don't just immediately hand off the money from your bank account. There is a little bit of a process between transferring money from your bank account into your Webull account, so just something to keep in mind. You then have to click that you agree right here by clicking that box. Now, what they're basically saying is it does take about 5 business days to transfer from your checking account or your savings account or whatever you linked up into Webull. It also says that you cannot immediately trade with options or cryptocurrencies due to the high volatility of that market until your funds are officially over in your Webull account. However, in some cases, they give you instant buying power. So you can actually take, for my example, $20 and trade it right away today before the funds officially arrive in your Webull account. So what we'll see here is we're going to click on that. Everything looks fine. It will charge you a fee if you don't have enough money in your bank and they charge a reversal fee. Don't get yourself trapped up in that. Don't spend money you don't have in your account and you'll be fine. So I'm going to hit confirm right here at the bottom. It's going to submit. We're going to sit here and wait for it to submit, and then we should be on our way with our $20 or whatever you decided that you want to transfer. So here's the confirmation screen saying your deposit request has been submitted. Credit as instant buying power later today. So I don't need to make another deposit, so I'm going to hit the top left-hand side where that arrow is and go back to this screen where it says transfers. Let me go over this screen with you really quick so you can understand what this looks like. Now what you can see here is you have a total account value of $15,205.64. What that is your market value plus your cash balance. You add those two together, that equals the total account value. The market value is derived from all the positions down below here, all 9 positions that I currently have. So all the stocks that you buy, all the ETFs you buy, if you do buy crypto, it'll all be comprised of that market value. Cash balance is something that I can either transfer back out into my bank account if I want to, or I can take that and invest it into a share of stock as long as that stock is $2.61 or less. Because unfortunately, Webull still does not have fractional shares, which means I can't take $2.61 and let's say I want to invest in O right here at the top. And I want to say, okay, I can see O is going for a price of $69.37. I want to take $2.61 and get a fraction of that share and not put all $69 up to buy a full share. I can't do that with Webull. You can do that with things like M1 Finance and Robinhood and things like that, but Webull doesn't have it yet, even with this new update. Webull, come on! Anyway, rant over. You can see then I have day trade BP of 40,705, overnight BP 15,209, day trades, and crypto. Okay, what all that means, it's a little bit more than a beginner video. Okay, that's more of an advanced tactic. I do not recommend trading on margin as a beginner. Trading on margin means that you're basically borrowing a loan from the brokerage. You're borrowing from Webull with money that you don't have to invest in the stock market, and they charge you interest. Don't go into debt for that kind of thing unless you're more of an advanced trader and you know what you're doing. You'll also notice the day trades. You're allowed to basically buy and sell a stock or an ETF within the same day if you want to, up to 3 times in a 5-day period. Now, keep in mind, once you hit an overall account balance of $25,000 or more, you then have the ability to day trade as much as you want. Again, not really a beginner tip. That's more of an advanced tactic to buy and sell in the same time. Plus, I'm more of a long-term holder. I want to see my portfolio rise over the many months and years to come. But if you're interested in day trading, you got to have at least $25,000 in your account in order to do that at will. Otherwise, you will be limited by the restrictions. I'm going to hop back to the very far left where it says watch list. This is how we can research various different stocks. Now, you can type up here right at the little search bar, click on that, and then you can type up whatever you want. Apple, you can either do this ticker symbol, AAPL, or you can actually type in the name of the company. There you go, Apple. Just make sure you look for the right thing. You can see at the top there's a REIT called Apple, APLE. If you're looking for the company that makes iPads and iPhones, you got to scroll down to right here, which says AAPL, okay? Let's see, you could also do like maybe Delta Airlines, whatever you want, whatever you're interested in doing. You can search right here. You can click on that, and then it'll give you some details behind the different stocks that you choose. Now, keep in mind, there is a ton of data that goes behind all of this stuff. If you click right down below here where that little graphical chart is, you can start adding additional things. Look at this. I can go through, I can have candlesticks if you want to have the candlesticks, whatever type of graph you like to look at for this particular stock. I can also click on the far right-hand side and add additional indicators. Now, this is where I got super confused when I first started because I think like all of this stuff was on, and that's what I saw when I first logged in. So here I pull up something like Delta as a beginner, and I'm like, what in the heck am I looking at? What is all this? So if you are stuck with all of this data and you're like, oh my God, this is just too much, all you have to do is go down to the bottom and look for that funny looking chart. Click on that and then undo all of this unnecessary stuff. You could even just leave it like that if you wanted to. Or if you want, come on back down to where it is, and you can adjust it based on what you're looking at. You could simply just look at the volume. Click and scroll and see all the different price points over time. 526, whatever. I can actually click down here to 5 days, 1 month, 3 months, 1 year, 5 years, and the maximum allowed ability. You can see, of course, in the 5-year, look at that huge drop after the pandemic. So you can kind of see if you click and hold, looks like they were at $57, $58, and then it crashed all the way down to $24 during that pandemic. Probably a little bit lower because I'm still up a little bit there. But whoa, that was quite a drop, wasn't it? But that's kind of cool, something that you can look at. You can also click through here and look at the news of the company, which I think is a very cool thing to keep your eye on if you're especially interested in this particular stock. You can look at the comments. This is from other particular Webullers. So take it with a grain of salt, because some people try to just say everything is going to the moon and oh my gosh, and you can see right there is a good example of going to the moon. So that's up to you if you want to look through all the comments. I like to look at analysis. So right now you can see it does have a buy rating, but 45% say hold and about 5% say sell. Again, that's just one thing you can look at if you wish to do so. You can also look at their different price targets, the low, the mid-range, and the high. Right now it's sitting at $47 as of the recording of this video, and the high price point says this could go up to $72. So that's something you can do as far as your overall analysis if you wish to do so. You can click on company right here at the very far right hand side, and this is a lot of good information for those of you that really want to make sure that you're doing the right thing when it comes down to stock analysis. You can look at their revenue over the last quarter, you can look at their net income, and all of the different metrics that are necessary to make sure you're doing the right thing. By the way, I have a video that I did on how to actually analyze an individual stock. I don't want to get it all into it today because I'm really just updating you on this new Webull app, but if you click right up above or in the description below, you can go through my 10-step process of how I look at a stock before I buy into it. Now, if I come back here to this screen right at the watch list, I can click that little plus button on Delta Airline if I wanted to. If I click that plus, it'll say it's going to now go into my watch list. So if I hit cancel, and then here's my watch list right over here, and there it is, DAL. You can see I have a few things in my watch list. That isn't anything that you purchase. This is just things that you're keeping an eye on because you want to see how they trend and go up and down and everything like that over the coming months ahead. What about your free stocks that you get when you sign up, as well as when you deposit $100, as well as when you refer other people? Well, that's actually located in a different area. Now you can hop all the way over to the right-hand side where it says messages. If you click on that, from time to time, it'll let you know in the messages that you have a free stock, or if any of your stocks are doing something that you need to be aware of. Here's a good example. Webull Letters is letting you know that there's an earnings report coming up for NVDA, Snowflake, Workday, and everything in between. But it'll also let you know when you have a stock. You can see right there, I had it 20 hours ago. I got a free stock. So that is where you can find that. But what I like to do, right as I log into the app right here, it'll pull up the watch list, is click on your icon at the top right-hand side. If you click on that, it'll take you over to this screen. And this is where I find the easiest way to get to my free stocks. You can see right there, it says my free stock. You click on that, and then it takes you right over here. And would you look at that? I have 2 stocks to open. Why don't we just open them really quick, see what I get. I'm gonna hit get, and I got WPF. Worth $10.50. Hey, that's not too bad. I'm gonna hit continue. And there we go again, another WPF. That's my 2 free stocks that I got with Webull today. Get your 2, link down below. Now, one thing to keep in mind that a lot of people ask me about is, hey, I don't see my free stocks in my portfolio. What's going on? They don't show up right away. In fact, if you look at your free stocks, it'll say expected delivery date and give you a date. Now, right now it's the end of May. And you can see the expected delivery date on the free stocks that I just opened is 6/15/2021. So that is typically the day that I'll see that show up in my brokerage account. And again, that's located right in the center of the app. So I click on that, and that's where it would eventually show up. At that time, once it transfers into your account, you have the option. You can sell it and then reinvest that into another company, or you can hold on to it if it's a stock that you like. Now, let's look at your other cool features that this new Webull app offers. Right here in the center, click on that, and then you can look at all the different things at the top. You can see there's a red dot above transfers. The reason that red dot exists is it's letting me know there's something I might want to take a look at. If I click on that, of course, it's just letting me know that my $20 is pending as it comes in to my Webull account. I'm going to go back to my assets, and that's where we're back here on this home screen. And the first thing I want to show you is the profit and loss, otherwise known as the P&L. Click on that, and you can see kind of how I am trending and trading. So over the last 3 months, I've had a net positive P&L, profit and loss, of $921.44. Not too bad with the stock market being all over the place as of late. So that means my portfolio has grown by over $900 in the last 3 months. So if you like that, you want to learn more, subscribe. Shameless plug. But what we can look here is how this 921 actually is made up. So I have my trading profit and loss of $848. I got dividends of $74. A little bit of a negative margin interest, not worried about that, and interest income of 3 cents. I'm going to click on my dividends because, if you're a fan of my channel, I talk a lot about dividends. If I click on dividends, you can see here's all of my dividends over the last 3 months. I made $80, and then it lets you know how that's broken out. You can see payment date of 5/14. I got $14 from Realty Income, got $7 from PFF, got $9 from KBWY, so on and so forth. I can then adjust that time frame for as much as I want. In the last 5 days, I have not gotten paid any dividends. In the last month, I've gotten 37 dividends, or all time, I've got $95 worth of dividends. Now, another thing you can do is you can track your percentage of your personal P&L against the various stock market trends. So if I click on that P&L percentage, look at this. The green line is your personal portfolio. The yellow line represents the S&P 500. And unfortunately, you can see that I was a little bit above them at one point, and now I'm trending slightly below the S&P 500. I got some work to do. Another great thing right here from the home screen is all the way over you can see it says Documents. If you click on Documents, this is where you can find all of your different trade confirmations, as well as your account statements and any type of tax documents at the end of the year. A lot of people ask me, why do I have to give my social security number when I sign up to Webull? Why do I have to link my bank account? Why do I have to do all this stuff? You're not doing it so they can scam you. You're doing it because it's actually required by law. The tax document is a good reason why. When you earn money in the form of dividends, or when you grow, when your portfolio grows in value, and maybe you sell for a profit, they have to report that as part of your income. They got to report that as part of your tax liability. So that's where the tax document comes into play. And that's why they need your social security number. So just keep that in mind. If you're a little bit worried about that, there is a reason behind why they have to ask for that kind of information. So as you can see here in the account, you're going to see the cash balance is $261. A lot of people ask me, well, wait a minute, I transferred money in and I thought I got an instant deposit. Why is it still only showing up at $2.61? Here's what I'm going to show you to make it make sense. At the very top, you'll see the transfers, and you'll see that little red dot indicating that you have an incoming transfer. Tap on that, it'll take you over here, and then this is the key point to look at. It says your total incoming deposit is $20. You'll get $20 instant buying power before the funds are settled. If I click on that, it gives me some additional detail. Incoming funds are $20, you have $20 coming in, each deposit takes 5 business days to settle, and then instant buying power of $20. Before the funds are settled, we have provided $20 in provisional credit as instant buying power. You'll receive the whole buying power after your funds are settled in full. So you're going to see it says $2.61, but you have $22.61 in my example here. So how do we make a trade? You can either scroll through your current positions, tap on anything you'd like, and hit the buy button down below. But what we're going to do in this case is I'm going to hit quick trade located right on the right hand side. Click on that. And I'm actually going to type in, don't worry about which stock I'm actually buying. It's really more about just showing you the example. But I'm going to try for PSEC. And then right here under quantity, you can click 1, 2, 3. And if you notice down near the bottom, it says estimated amount. This lets you know how much money it's going to cost you based on how many shares you're buying at the market price. So I don't want to do that actually. I don't want to do $24 because that is a little bit over my target. So I'm going to back that off. And as you can see, the estimated amount is below my $22.91. All I have to do is hit buy. It'll pop up with a quick little order screen just to confirm everything's going on. And I hit confirm. And that is how you buy a stock. Now, of course, you're going to see a negative cash balance, but as long as you have that provisional trading credit, you should be good to go. And then that will reconcile once your funds are fully transferred into the brokerage. Now, another thing I mentioned on my original beginners video is the flexibility of Webull when it comes down to the market trading hours. The market is typically open Monday through Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But if you're outside of that range, Webull has extended hours, and that's what makes it super awesome. Now, in order to trade on extended hours, you have to do what they call a limit order. So for example, if I click on quick trade, and let's say I want to trade Apple, what I would need to do is change the order type from market to limit, right here at the top. The limit price is the current price that it's going at, or if I wanted to, I could set that lower, and then I can type in how much I would like to buy, either using the plus or the minus, or I can tap on that and fill in however many shares I want to buy. So in this case, let's pretend we're going to buy 10. And then only regular hours. Well, for trading hours, you want to tap on that and include the extended hours, which will take us away until 8 o'clock p.m. So tap on that. And time and force, you want to do either day or good till canceled. The big difference here is day means today, right now. So if it's past extended hours and it doesn't hit your limit price, it won't execute the order. But if you do good till canceled, it will keep this on alert for the next 60 days until you hit your limit price that you tapped in right here at limit price. You can see your estimated amount and all the other details and then simply hit buy and you'll be good to go. So the one thing that I think trips a lot of people up is the fact that yes, your account balance will go negative. Your cash balance goes negative based on how much you're trading with your instant buying power. Only use up to the amount that you're transferring in. But if you want to use it in the same day before it fully transfers in and shows a positive figure, you're certainly welcome to do that, as we did today on this example. But that's the one thing I wish was a little bit easier to use. For example, on Robinhood, they give you instant buying power that actually shows up as a positive cash balance, even though your funds aren't fully transferred into the brokerage yet. That's just something a little bit strange to get used to when it comes down to Webull, but know that that is available. Now that we looked at buying a stock on this new platform, let's look at how you actually sell a stock. Now, a little bit different here as well, but you're going to want to hop over, of course, to the center screen, and that will show you your current portfolio balance. Let's say I would like to sell some of my holdings in O, which is called Realty Income. Now you can see at the bottom you have close, buy, and quotes. Now of course I can buy more by simply hitting buy as we did earlier, or I can hit close. In the past it used to say sell, but really you're just closing positions. Now you can take profit and stop loss, but for beginners, usually it's easier just to hit close because that means you're selling 1, 2, 3, or more shares. At this point, you can decide what you want to do. You can actually back this up. You don't have to sell your entire holding, but let's say I just want to sell 10 shares. You can set it at market or you can set it at limit price if you want to do that. Again, limit price means I want to sell only when it hits this particular price point. But for beginners, a lot of people just use market. At the bottom, you'll see what you have below here. Estimated amount of 691.20 will be coming back as a result of this sell. Your positions, you have 75 shares, but I'm only selling 10. And the cost basis for that particular stock. So I can hit sell, and if I do that, it would then process and immediately put that amount of money back in to my cash balance. In that case, what I can do, the cash balance would then show a positive figure since I sold some stock and got that money back. I can do one of two things. I can reinvest that into another stock or ETF or cryptocurrency, or I can take that money and transfer it into my bank account. All I have to do is repeat the same process I did when I transferred money in, going to the very top and clicking on transfers, and then hitting the withdraw button. At that point, it'll let me know how much I can withdraw. Now, of course, it's saying a lot of money here, $7,576. Keep in mind, that's margin. I do not want to borrow from the brokerage. So I look at my cash balance. Right now, I can't transfer anything out because I'm transferring money in, and I already purchased those shares of PSEC. But if I had some positive cash balance, which I have before, I can transfer that out of Webull into my bank account. And I've been doing it quite often. And because I'm transferring money out into my bank account, it only takes about a couple of days as long as I do it Monday through Friday. Of course, over the weekend, it can take a couple more days, but I simply hit this. It's going to ask me a security question, type in that security question, and on it goes into the bank account. And again, I've seen it happen. It could depend on your bank. If your bank is slow at accepting deposits, may take a little bit of time. So what do you think of this new app, Webull 7.0? Was there anything I missed in this video? If there was, comment below, let me know your questions, and I'll be certainly happy to answer them. But until next time, here's some other videos that can help you with your personal finance journey, and we'll see you on the next video.